America is often described as the land of opportunity, but millions of workers currently feel trapped. They earn more than their parents did, yet they remain financially paralyzed when trying to build a basic savings account. For decades, the path to security followed a predictable line: secure a job, purchase a home, and raise a family while wealth accumulated naturally. That trajectory has stalled. Despite higher entry-level pay, the same milestones that defined previous generations have become significantly harder to reach. Since raw income has increased across the board, the central question is where that money actually goes between pay periods. The modern economy operates on an evolved set of rules, unwritten systems designed to capture and redirect wealth before the earner can secure it. Surviving this environment requires a shift in strategy, identifying these hidden drains and navigating a system optimized for individual consumption. A higher salary provides little protection for those who do not understand how to manage, shield, and grow their capital against these new economic pressures. The first front of this financial war involves systemic, unavoidable costs of living, expenses that individuals cannot easily negotiate or avoid. This chart shows how housing costs have widened the gap. While average middle-class wages have maintained a shallow climb over 3 decades, median home prices have followed an aggressively steep curve. Renters face a similar crisis, as urban housing costs now claim a massive portion of take-home pay, eroding the capital available for everything else. Healthcare adds a second layer of pressure. Even with insurance coverage, premiums and out-of-pocket medical bills create a mandatory drain that further shrinks the monthly budget. This macro squeeze forces the middle class into a perpetual state of financial defense, struggling to maintain balance the moment their paycheck arrives. Systemic costs now consume the majority of average earnings, rendering the traditional work-and-save model mathematically impossible for many households. Beyond these systemic pressures, a second front of the war involves behavioral traps, often used as coping mechanisms for the rising cost of living. The convenience economy, defined by instant delivery and frictionless digital payments, is engineered to remove the psychological weight of spending money. This leads many to fund their current lifestyle using future income through credit cards, high-interest auto loans, and short-term financing schemes. This digital ledger shows the cumulative power of the subscription trap. Small recurring charges of $10 or $15 quietly pull from accounts, which aggregate into a significant monthly loss. Modern consumers face these aggressive spending vectors without adequate training. Standard education typically focuses on academic testing while ignoring the mechanics of capital management. Without a foundational understanding of credit or income diversification, earners are left to navigate a dangerous financial environment by trial and error. The combination of unavoidable systemic costs and frictionless daily spending creates a cycle of consumption that traps even high-income earners. Breaking this cycle requires a look at the specific behavioral habits that separate struggling households from those building long-term wealth. Struggling households often find themselves locked in a cycle of expense management, where immediate survival needs dictate every financial choice. This flowchart illustrates the divide. On the left, income flows directly into expenses and disappears. On the right, wealth is built by directing income into assets, creating a self-sustaining loop that generates additional income. In this modern context, an asset is anything that appreciates in value or provides passive cash flow independent of your direct labor. Directing capital toward these assets disrupts the cycle, turning the math of the economy in the individual's favor. Strategic capital allocation, rather than raw salary growth, serves as the primary engine for generational wealth. Success in this new environment is built through the accumulation of small, calculated decisions, rather than a single windfall. While macroeconomic forces remain out of reach, individual choice regarding habits and asset acquisition remains entirely under your control. True financial freedom emerges from mastering the rules of money and making intentional choices with every available dollar.